Take me back to the place that feels like home, to the people I can depend on, to the faith that's in my bones. Take me back to a preacher and a verse where they've seen me at my worst, to the love I had at first. Oh, I wanna go to church.
Naples First Church of the Nazarene. Oh my word, it is so good to be able to greet you. It has been a weird time, I can tell you that, but we are from our house in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Scott and Emily Armstrong, thank you for being a church that has loved us before this time and certainly during this time.
Yeah, we wanted to just take a minute to share with you a little bit about what our personal life looks like, because we are connected with you in a very different way, in a special way. Thank you for the cards that you send us. Thank you for the way that you connect with us real intentionally. Thanks for loving our parents, Bob and Linda Kortanik. And here in the Dominican Republic, we've been going through the COVID virus the same way that the United States has. But we, again, live in the capital city of the Dominican Republic, which is over 4 million people. So I found the easiest way to help people know the way that our family is dealing with it is more about like when you hear the news of what's going on in Miami. So there in Florida, you know that cases are overwhelming, but a lot of it's happening in Miami because the city's so big. Well, that's kind of what's happening in the Dominican Republic as well. There's a lot of cases in Santo Domingo where we live. Today it's gone over 40,000 cases, but we've seen the death rate start to decline, which is really good. And as a family, it's obviously forced us to do some things that were different. We were going to be with you in person to do a deputation message, but we're sending a video. Our kids finished up their freshman year and their sophomore year online in online school. They go to an international school here in the Dominican Republic, and we were very pleased with the education, and the principal and the teachers just really turned on a dime, and it was difficult, but they really did a great job to finish out the school year. They didn't even miss one day of school this year because of the pandemic. We still don't know what school is going to look like as we start again. We're supposed to start on August 24th or 25th, and they're trying to figure out what that can look like. So we would appreciate your prayers in that. Help us to know how to help serve our children well. If we need to look for just an online school, we really want them to be in the classroom if they can be at all. And as a family, we've really just tried to stay inside a lot, and we're not traveling at all for ministry, which is very different for us. We canceled multiple trips that we had all through the spring, and then our summer has been canceled as well. As the Church of the Nazarene, they've asked all international travel to be suspended through the end of this year. So for us, that means that we stay put for a while, and God's asking us to reimagine ministry. And there are some hard days. There are some days that are like, how in the world are we supposed to do this? But then we have other days that we're super, super encouraged because of some of the things that we're hearing come out of how God's asking us to think in different ways. And so Scott's going to share a quick story with you of something that we've been able to see and be a part of even during this time.
A lot of you know that our ministry really is impacting the big cities of our region. The big cities have been affected in this time, but we literally have on the field in those cities several missionaries that are a part of what our ministry is called Genesis. Genesis, bringing a new beginning to these big urban areas, right? Well, what do you do when you're confined to home? What do you do when you're not supposed to go visit people? I mean, these are missionaries that were trained to literally go door to door to serve their community, to be helping, and now they're supposed to kind of be back. They're supposed to just not take it easy, but at least try to figure out how to do things virtually, right? Well, just recently we received word from them about a really creative thing that they started to do in Quetzaltenango. That's a word that I don't think you'll probably remember after this time. But Quetzaltenango is the name of this city, kind of in a little mountainous region, but a very urban place, over 1 million people in western Guatemala. And what they decided to do is, well, if we can't go to the people, sometimes people are still able to go to the markets, of course, to get their food. So they had already had a relationship with another person in one of those markets. So they said, could we just put a box that says prayer request right there? Would you like to pray for us? There's a little note there. They had pencils and paper there, and you could just fold it up, put it in. And, they even told some other people, and some of those people were like, that is not going to work. I mean, people just want to, in this time, just go to the market and get out of there, And after the first week that they did that, they had 3 different people that had said, yeah, please pray for this. And two of them put their name and their number because they had a place for that to happen. One of them did not, so they weren't able to be really followed up with, but they're still praying for that person. Check it out for one of those different 3 people. One of those has now become a contact that lives pretty close to where they are, and they are now talking with, praying with, and following up with that person. That person is now a new contact, has not accepted the Lord yet. We would ask that you would pray for them, and then obviously is really wanting to know more, and has even said they would like to know through Zoom or through online means how to know more about the Bible. Isn't that cool? I mean, that is so creative. It's something certainly I would not have thought of. But God has forced us, God has brought out of this pandemic that has forced us to look at different things. He's brought creativity. He's brought fruit still in these days. And there are many other stories like that we could tell you, but we're going to try to keep it short today.
We'll keep it short today, but we really hope we can see you next year. We hope that we can be with you in your congregation. And as we finish up this short little video, we just want to say thank you so much for the way that you care for our family. Thank you for the way that you care for Nazarene missions. We know that missions is important to Naples First, and we are so grateful for every World Evangelism offering that you participate in, for every Deputation offering that you participate in. I know you just did Faith Promise service a couple of months ago. We feel so supported by Naples First, and we'd love to encourage you to continue giving, because this is just one story of what God's doing all over the world through Nazarene missionaries. And it's because of your giving and your generosity that we can partner in the whole world really knowing who Jesus Christ is in these days. So we are grateful for you, and we send you our greetings and our love and a virtual hug all the way from Santo Domingo. May the Lord bless you.
Take me back to the place that feels like home, to the people I can depend on, to the faith that's in my bones. Take me back to a preacher and a verse where they've seen me at my worst, to the love I had at first. Oh, I wanna go to church.